So this is one of my absolute favorite recipes I found on TikTok, and I walked into the kitchen the other night and I saw my husband making it, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, look, this guy on TikTok made this recipe and said, you are guaranteed to get laid if you make this recipe for Valentine's Day. And so I walk into the kitchen, my husband's making this, and I'm like, we'll see about that. Seriously, you guys, this is the best chicken recipe I've ever had. I've had chicken 1,000 ways. It's incredible. If you like mushrooms, if you like garlic, if you like chicken, it's incredible. I tend to eat more low carb. I drink ketones. I don't eat a keto diet, but so I served mine just plain on the plate. My husband served his over white rice. You can do it any way you want, and it's awesome. You can make it in bulk, reheat it the next day. It's still 100% amazing. So yum, yum, enjoy.
Let's make garlicky bacon fried rice in the disc grill. Start with the garlic. Puree it up, set it aside. We'll scramble an egg. A little bit of hot oil. Scramble that up, set that aside. Let's make the rice. We'll start by frying some bacon. Get that nice and crisp. Then we're going to make a little well in the center. We're going to add our garlic right in there. We'll let that bloom for about 10 seconds. We'll add our eggs in, mix it all up, get the rice in there. Time to mix. I like to add a little bit of soy sauce and a little bit of ponzu for those citrus notes. And this comes out perfect. Look at that. Get a plate, get a spoon. Man, what a treat. Cheers, everybody.
Here's how to make a simple high-protein ice cream or smoothie. It's simple. This is all you need. First, almond milk. Low-calorie alternative to regular milk. Frozen berries of your choice. Strawberries are low calories, but any berries are fine. PB Fit, a great alternative to peanut butter. If you're bulking, add the peanut butter instead. This stuff makes it thick, gives it an ice cream-like feel. Adding ice will increase the volume. Add a scoop of your favorite whey protein, 1 or 2 scoops.
Because we can't eat meat on Ash Wednesday, I'm going to be making eggplant balls. This is all you're going to need. After you peel your eggplant, you're going to cut them in cubes like this. Add your eggplant to 2 tablespoons of olive oil and then cover to steam. After 20 minutes, the eggplant is done, and then I'm going to mash it. It should look like this. After it's done, you're going to take a paper towel and press down and make sure all the excess water is out. Add a cup of breadcrumb and a cup of Parmesan cheese, 2 eggs and pinoli nuts, salt, pepper, and garlic powder to taste. Mix it all together, and then you're going to form into balls. With your ice cream scooper, form into a ball and then roll it in the panko breadcrumb. Fry them in olive oil. When it's done, top with Parmesan cheese and fresh parsley. You have no idea how good these are.
Ever tried making a one-pan meal with sausage and veggies? Let me show you how I made this.
You're going to start by cutting your Brussels sprouts and asparagus, and now we toss them onto our baking pan. You're going to use your beef sausage of choice, slice them, throw them onto the pan, and now salt and pepper to taste. And if you're about that spicy life, throw in some crushed red peppers. Now sprinkle a little onion powder, and last we spray with some avocado oil before we toss it into the oven. We bake for 20 minutes at 375 degrees. Take a look at this. And there you have a super simple, delicious meal in less than 30 minutes from start to finish.
You will not believe that this spaghetti al limone gets all of its creaminess from cauliflower and no cream or butter. You're going to saute some garlic and onions in olive oil until they're nice and brown. Add your chopped cauliflower until it's really tender. You're going to blend it until super smooth. Toss in your spaghetti. You're going to add the juice of some lemon zest, lots of black pepper. Stir it all around. Oh my gosh, can you hear how good that sounds? You will not believe how good this tastes, and there's no cream or butter.
And this is how you make my buffalo chicken titties. Come on. Did have a kind of a crazy day, so it's just... The reason why you want to do this is because the chicken will cook even. So after you pound it on, this is how they should look. Again, remember 30 minutes, room temperatures. They say 30 to an hour. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to die. Salt and pepper them vigorously. Yeah, we're gonna move this aside. Half a cup of cheese. Half a cup of melted cream cheese, half a cup of sour cream. This is a teaspoon dry ground yellow mustard. Oh, hello. Sometimes I wonder what his deal is. Would you like to come in? Now that you have that all mixed up, you are going to spoon it over your chicken breasts. All right, now you're gonna do a cup of panko breadcrumbs. garlic salt, smoked paprika, equal parts, you know what I mean? Yep, that is going on the parchment paper. In the oven, like that. You pull it out of the oven, you want it to be 165 degrees. Okay, you're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes. Gorgeous.
This is for all my seafood lovers. Let's make garlic butter, lemon pepper, lobster tails. In a pan, add butter, followed by minced garlic, fry on low until fragrant, then add lemon pepper, sugar, give it a mix, and continue to fry for another minute. Next, add the blended garlic coconut water, whisk everything together, then reduce by a quarter, taste to adjust the seasoning, and set aside. For the lobster, make a cut down the middle, push the meat up, brush with the sauce, then bake at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. When it's done, plate it up, brush with more sauce, and garnish with parsley. You guys really like my last lobster video, so you know how to come back with the remix. Give this one a try.
Keto pizza chips. Let me show you how I made it.
Cut up one of these cheese wraps.
Put them in the microwave for 45 seconds. And then add a pepperoni and put it back in for another 4.
Different parts in the end are my favorite, and that's it.
Hello. Today we're making yuca fries. The air fryer. Get yourself a big ass yuca. Don't make any suggestive jokes. Peel each one. See that squiggly line? That's the core. Just cut around it. Discard of the core and cut equal-sized pieces, then boil until fork tender and rinse in cold water. Season with olive oil, salt, bake or air fry. They look so good!
If you've ever been to a fancy steakhouse and ordered the wedge salad, you know how good it is, and if you've never had one, I'm about to show you how to make one at home. Start with a quarter of a head of iceberg lettuce, smash it down into a bowl, and then top it with super finely minced red onions, cherry tomatoes, and real bacon bits. This is the blue cheese dressing I like using, but if you want to make your own, that would be so much better. I also like adding a little bit of balsamic glaze, fresh blue cheese crumbles, and you've got to add salt and pepper. Pair this with a steak, it's so good, and let me know what you think if you try it.
Let's make a creamy seafood fondue and a Parmesan garlic bread. 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, half an onion, parsley, and a teaspoon of sea salt. When it becomes translucent, add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. As soon as the garlic is roasted, stir in 1.5 cups of chicken broth. This one's extra hot. After simmering for 10 minutes, add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Allow it to simmer for 5 minutes and turn off the heat. 4 tablespoons of butter. Add jalapeno and your seasoned shrimp. Add your seasoned crawfish and crab. Pour your cream sauce on top. Add Monterey Jack cheese and boil until brown. And voila!
Yo, this is how you make Korean corn cheese. Ooh! Can of corn, strain it. Boop, boop, boop. Boom. 2 tablespoons of mayo. Another one. Just a little bit of black pepper. Half a tablespoon of sugar. And a tablespoon of butter. Kobe! Now mix that joint up. High heat. Now throw everything in a pan. Ooh. Make sure to cook your corn thoroughly. 50 grains of mozzarella cheese. Mix that joint up real quick. Then we're gonna move it over to the sizzle pan. Just like that. If you wanna get extra cheesy, just top them on top. You could either finish it with a torch or put a small lid on. Yeah, Michelle. And that's how you make the fastest Korean drunk munchies. Ooh.
I'm trying to eat healthier, and I had an idea that came to my head. I don't know if it's been done before, but we'll give it a try. First, we're gonna make some tinfoil tubes. You see how I do this, and move that shit off to the side. I take a single piece of turkey. I layer it with Parmesan cheese. You can obviously choose whatever cheese that you want. I wanted to add a little bit of pesto. And roll around up, roll around up. Transfer to a pan. I brush with like the tiniest bit of olive oil and a little bit of seasoning. Onto the filling. These Laughing Cow cheese triangles are my absolute favorite, so I added a couple of those as well as a whole avocado. Seasoning's pretty simple: salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, the usual. It looks like this, it's amazing. In my super fancy and expensive piping bag, I fill her on in, cut off the tip. Should have sprayed the tinfoil with Pam first, but oh my god, look at these tubes. Turkey tubes! Fill that bitch with that filling. Look at this presentation, it looks like a mini cannoli. It's healthy, it fills you up, and it's so good.
Let's make a super simple and delicious appetizer. First, we're gonna roast some grapes, put them on a sheet pan, drizzle with olive oil, sprinkle with salt and thyme. Bake at 425 for 30 minutes till they're bubbly and blistered. Toast some sourdough, add some store-bought whole milk ricotta, be sure to salt it, add those gorgeous roasted grapes, a little more thyme, and a nice drizzling of honey. Now look at that deliciousness. It's perfect as a breakfast toast or put it on crostinis for a super decadent starter. Enjoy.
Let's do some beef and potato lumpias. Start with a couple of russets. Medium dice, blanch them off. Little oil and butter in a pan. We're going to get them nice and crisp. Add some salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika. Once they're crispy, we set them aside. We brown off some ground beef. Again, a little salt and pepper. This time we use fresh garlic. Add a little tamari. Get those potatoes back in there, mix it up. Let that cool completely. Now let's make some lumpia. We get our wrapper, about a half cup of filling. We're going to tuck in the sides, roll it up, seal with some egg. We're ready. 350 degrees, about 4 minutes per side. I serve mine with a little sweet chili sauce and some garlicky bacon fried rice. And look at that. What a treat. Cheers, everybody.
This is one of my all-time favorite Crockpot recipes. My husband made it tonight. I'm gonna show you how he did it. You start with a pre-marinated pork loin. You slice up Granny Smith apples. Next, make 1-inch cuts that are 1 inch deep and 1 inch apart from each other. Add an apple slice between each cut. This is gonna give it a ton of flavor. Place the pork loin in the crock pot and add the remaining apples and onions and add some butter inside. Cook it on low for 6 hours or on high for 4 hours. And in the oven, you can broil it for a few minutes to get a nice caramelized crust. Follow me for more easy recipes.
Are you trying to lose weight? This lunch recipe is going to blow your mind, and it's only 288 calories and it's so filling. First, you want to preheat your oven to 425. While that's preheating, you want to add 3/4 cup of almond flour and 3/4 cup of almond milk. Pop a dash of pepper, mix it, and then let it sit for 5 minutes. While your batter is sitting for 5 minutes, you want to chop up your cauliflower. Spray your tinfoil with Pam, then add in the cauliflower. Now grab your batter and drizzle it all over. Coat all your cauliflower florets. Roast it for 20 to 25 minutes. Take it out of the oven and then add your hot sauce. Evenly coat all the hot sauce and then pop it back in the oven for another 15 to 20 minutes. While that's in the oven, you're gonna get your ingredients together. Premium butter lettuce, it's a thicker lettuce, good for making wraps. Cucumber, carrot slices, and avocado slices. Once it's done, take it out of the oven and place them on your wrap. You're gonna roll up your wrap and enjoy it. Let's see how it tastes. Wow, I'm obsessed.